Remember to subscribe. Hey everyone, it's Nancy Horn, the Mama Maven, and this is for week 7 of the New York City Vloggers Challenge. Hooking up with Davina of Dancing Hot Dogs, Lisa of A Typical Familia, and Jen of Next Kid Thing. So, according to the prompts this week, I'm going to talk about something I love. Well, okay, sort of. I've been doing the Whole30 for about a week and a half now, and I wouldn't exactly say I'm loving it, but I would say that it actually has changed a lot of things for me, and it's something that I'm interested to see if I can kind of continue with. So I'd say I actually like it a lot. I'm using the ebook version. It's a program for 30 days, and you're cutting out a lot of foods that may not be the best for you. So it's no gluten, it's no dairy, it's no alcohol, which I barely drink anyway, so that wasn't a big deal. But it's also no sugar, no artificial or real sugar, so that's been hard. Now, I stopped drinking coffee because of my ulcers, and I usually drink the caffeine, the sugar-free caffeine drinks, kind of like the Crystal Light and Starbucks refreshers, and I love them, but I was getting a little addicted, very addicted. Okay, so the good thing is I've cut out all that stuff, and I'm always a lot of vegetables in my system anyway, so this is a good way to keep going on the vegetables. But I have to say, I've had a lot of eggs, and I'm kind of getting sick of eggs. So, but what I have learned about myself is that I can do this, and I can figure out what I have sensitivities to and what I don't. And right now, I feel better. I feel better without all the sugar. I feel better in a whole, and I want to see where this goes. So maybe after the 30 days, I'll add the dairy back. I do have dairy sensitivities, but I know that certain dairy foods don't impact me, like cheddar cheese. I'm good with cheese. But certain soft cheeses I'm not good with. I don't drink milk because I have a reaction. So it'll be interesting to see if I can add the cheese back and be okay. I'm not so sure. But gluten, I've pretty much been limiting gluten since last end of May, June. Honestly, I don't see a difference for me. I don't think I'm sensitive. But maybe lower carb is a way of life for me. Maybe, you know, the gluten-free low carb is a good way for me. To be honest, I am trying to lose weight, and that could be a good way for me to just keep going because it is easy for me. It's not easy for everybody. And I'll admit, when I see a big soft pretzel, I love them. But right now, for the next 2.5 weeks, I'm staying away from them. So, but I think the biggest thing, as I mentioned, has been the sugar. Because at night, you know, the cravings come out and you want to reach for something sugary sweet, whether it's artificially sweetened or with real sugar. I'm not doing that anymore. And that's a big, big thing for me because I would always crave it, especially around that time of the month. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. But now I'm kind of putting that away and using alternative things. Like, for example, I can have unsweetened applesauce. I can have almond butter. I can have unsweetened coconut flakes. So I put that together, and that's my little treat. I can have fruit. You know, you still have to watch what you're doing, but, you know, if I have an orange or an apple or a banana, it's on the Whole30. It's allowed. Also, something that's not allowed on the Whole30 is legumes. So I can't have black beans, which I love, or pinto beans. And I can't have peanut butter, but I can have almond butter. I can have cashew butter. And right now I'm okay with that. You could have guacamole. You can have a lot of things that you wouldn't think that you could have, but you can. But I have changed a lot. It has changed the way I look at food. So, you know, thank you, Whole30, Melissa Hartwig, Dallas Hartwig. You've written a great book, and I'm really excited to really do this for the whole 30 days and see where I go from this, because it has taught me to be more mindful, and I'm happy about that. So I won't be upset if I lose some weight. You're not supposed to look at the scale, but I might have peaked a little. But the fact is, I do feel better, and that's the goal, to feel better. So, Whole30, big shout out to you. Now this is what I want from you, readers, viewers, listeners, subscribers, watchers. I want to see your tips for surviving the first Whole30. What did you do? What were your favorite foods? What were your favorite recipes? Can you give me any breakfast ideas that are better than just eggs? For example, this morning I had cauliflower, 1 egg, some roasted tomatoes, and I found some sugar-free ketchup, which didn't have any ingredients that were bad for you. So there are a lot of brands that are approved by Whole30. And luckily I was able to go shopping the last several weeks and get pretty much everything that I needed. So I'm very grateful for that. And I like that I can still have potatoes like this because I love potatoes, sweet potatoes and baked potatoes. Well, I will admit I miss my sugar-free caffeine drinks a lot. So while I haven't tapered off caffeine entirely, I do take 1 or 2 of those caffeine pills that are about 200 milligrams because, come on, I can't survive. I have 3 kids, I work, busy life. I'm not addicted, and I've cut down. So where I would have had 3 or 4 of those caffeine drinks, I'm down to maybe 2 caffeine pills a day. And actually today it was 1 caffeine pill. Woohoo! Progress. So I am very grateful to the New York City Vloggers Challenge. I am very grateful to my readers and to my listeners and to my viewers.